Welcome back, Legends. The Touge Masters season has only been live for a few days, but we've already seen a huge amount of new content arrive in Asphalt Legends. New events, new cars, a brand new track, major gameplay changes, and even some controversial decisions from Gameloft that forced them to react after community backlash. But in this video, I'm not focusing on just one event or one car. Instead, I want to review the entire Touge Masters update and talk about everything that's coming with it. The good changes, the bad decisions, what Gameloft got right, what they had to fix, and what we can expect over the next few months. One of the biggest examples is the Gauntlet Store situation. Gameloft removed the old rewards and replaced them with some amazing car blueprints. But without the keys, that instantly became one of the biggest controversies of this update, and the community wasn't happy at all. Thankfully, Gameloft listened and made changes after all the backlash. We'll talk about that in detail later because there's still an important catch that everyone should know. There are also new game modes, upcoming collaborations, Spotlight improvements, 3 different seasons in one update, and a lot more to discuss. So let's go through the entire Touge Masters update and see whether this is actually one of the best updates we've had recently. Before we continue, if you're enjoying these Asphalt Legends update breakdowns, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments what's been your favorite part of the Touge Masters update so far, and what's your biggest disappointment. 3 seasons in one update. Let's start with probably the biggest structural change in this update. For the first time, we're getting 3 seasons in a single update. Previously, we usually had only 2 seasons per update. This time, Gameloft is giving us Touge Masters Season, Pixel Pursuit Season, Sunset Speedway Season. That's definitely something new. Now, on paper, having 3 seasons sounds great because it means more content spread across a longer period. But at the same time, it also raises one concern. We've seen in previous updates that the second season sometimes became more of a filler season, without any major events or exciting content. So now the question becomes, can Gameloft keep all 3 seasons interesting? Right now, Touge Masters is honestly looking pretty solid. We've already received plenty of good events, brand new cars, an entirely new track, and there are still more exciting events coming later in the season. So I'm hopeful. Hopefully, Pixel Pursuit and Sunset Speedway won't end up feeling like filler content. I'm actually optimistic because I have a feeling we're getting closer to another burst of speed event. Maybe during Sunset Speedway, or maybe right at the end of this update. Nothing is confirmed yet, but considering how updates usually progress, I wouldn't be surprised if Burst of Speed shows up in the Sunset Speedway. We'll have to wait and see. Pac-Man Spotlight is coming. Now let's talk about something that wasn't even mentioned in the patch notes. The upcoming Pac-Man Spotlight teaser. This banner appeared recently after update, and it's immediately caught everyone's attention. Since it wasn't included anywhere in the official patch notes, it's very likely that this event will arrive during the Pixel Pursuit season. Looking at the teaser image, this clearly appears to be a collaboration between Asphalt Legends and Pac-Man from Bandai Namco. The official Pac-Man logo is right there, confirming this is a licensed crossover. The teaser also shows 2 exclusive Pac-Man themed decals. One features a retro pixel-style maze design, while the other has a much bolder character theme wrap with Pac-Man himself. Now let's talk about the cars. On the right side, we can clearly see the Porsche 718 Cayman Pac-Man Edition. That's a brand new B-Class car already revealed in this update, so it's very likely this Spotlight event will introduce that car. The second decal is a little more interesting. If you zoom in closely, you can see Mustang RTR written on it. The problem is, there are actually 2 Mustang RTR cars in Asphalt Legends. One is the Ford Mustang RTR Spec 5 FD, which is an S-Class car. The other is the Ford Mustang R TR Spec 5 10th Anniversary, which is a B-Class car. Personally, I think it'll most likely be the Ford Mustang RTR Spec 5 10th anniversary, since it's also a B-Class car, just like the Porsche 718 Cayman Pac-Man edition. Of course, that's only my prediction. Nothing has been officially confirmed yet. The event description is also very interesting. Waka waka waka, eat power pellets and chase down those ghosts. That doesn't sound like a normal Spotlight event. It actually suggests there could be a special limited-time gameplay mechanic inspired by Pac-Man. We don't know exactly how it'll work yet, but based on Asphalt's previous collaborations, I think we can expect exclusive decals, emojis, themed rewards, and possibly a unique gameplay mode during the event. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what Gameloft has planned. IMSA Endurance Mode. Another massive surprise from this update is the brand new IMSA Endurance Mode. This was one of the biggest announcements in the update teaser. Based on the name, it'll probably be inspired by the real-world IMSA Endurance Racing series and includes what they call a team management twist. That alone makes it sound very different from the normal race modes we're used to. Unfortunately, Gameloft hasn't revealed exactly how it'll work. So for now, we don't know how the gameplay will actually look. Will we manage multiple cars? Will teammates play a role? Will strategy become more important than raw speed? Right now, we simply don't know. But I really like seeing Gameloft experimenting with completely new game modes instead of only releasing new cars every update. I'm seriously excited to learn more about this one. The Gauntlet Store controversy. Now let's talk about the biggest controversy of the Touge Masters update, the Gauntlet Store. When we first read the patch notes, Gameloft announced that the Gauntlet rewards would be changing to different cars. The cars themselves weren't the problem. Actually, the new lineup looked fantastic. The real problem was the missing keys. Previously, the Gauntlet Store allowed players to collect both blueprints and keys. That's exactly why the Gauntlet Store has always been one of the most valuable parts of Asphalt Legends. Many players unlocked amazing cars there, including the Devil 16. This update replaced the Devil 16 with the Jesco Absolute, which is also one of the best cars in the entire game. But when the update arrived, players quickly discovered that only the blueprints were available. There were no keys. That completely changed the value of the store. Naturally, the community became furious because many players didn't rush to reach Division 5 to collect more Gauntlet points. Others delayed claiming important keys like the Devil 16 or the Lycan Neon Edition because they believed nothing would change. There was massive backlash across social media because removing the keys made those rewards far less useful for many players. What made things even more disappointing, the Gameloft team publicly stated there would be no changes to the Gauntlet during this update. But thankfully, after so much community feedback, Gameloft finally listened. They restored the original Gauntlet rewards. If you saw my community post about it, most of you were really happy with that decision. But there is still one very important thing everyone should remember. Community Manager Muttley stated that the Gauntlet Store will remain this way throughout the current update, and they'll announce any future plan changes ahead of time. That's good news. For now, the original rewards are back. So if you still haven't unlocked the Devil 16 or some of the other important Gauntlet cars, this is your chance. Don't wait too long, because Gameloft has already made it clear that the store won't stay like this forever. Eventually, it'll change. Hopefully, next time they'll communicate those changes properly before they happen. And hopefully those future changes will still include the keys. Because if the keys disappear again, I think the community will react the same way all over again. And if you're still not in Division 5, or you haven't unlocked the Devil 16 yet, don't forget to check out my Gauntlet guide. The link is in the description. Time is ticking. JDM Turbofest improvements. There was also a smaller but very important improvement in the JDM Turbofest Spotlight event. Gameloft doubled the amount of currency packs you can claim from Stage 5 onward. Now players can collect a total of 50 packs per stage. That's definitely a positive change. But personally, I think Gameloft should have started that improvement from Stage 4 instead of Stage 5. That would have helped many more players. The other issue is that all 3 Spotlight cars are completely brand new. For free-to-play players, starring up brand new cars is never easy. The star requirements combined with the stage progression still make the event difficult for many players. And let's not forget, the blueprint prices are almost double compared to previous Spotlight events. So yes, the extra currency is a nice improvement, but I still don't think it's enough. If you're planning to spend your Spotlight tokens, make sure you use them carefully. And if you haven't watched my full JDM Turbofest Spotlight guide yet, the link is in the description. Performance issues. One more thing I wanted to mention. Ever since this update arrived, my game has been randomly freezing. I'm not sure if it's happening to everyone. I don't think it's my network. I don't think it's my PC either. Personally, I feel like it's related to this update. So let me know down in the comments, are you experiencing random freezes after the Touge Masters update, or is everything running normally for you? I'd really like to compare experiences with you guys. Final thoughts. Overall, I think the Touge Masters update has started on a very strong note. We finally have a completely new track, plenty of events, new cars, and for the first time ever, 3 seasons packed into a single update. On top of that, we're getting exciting new content like the upcoming Pac-Man collaboration and the brand new IMSA Endurance Mode, both of which could bring something completely different to Asphalt Legends. At the same time, this update also reminded everyone how important community feedback really is. The Gauntlet Store controversy showed that players care about meaningful rewards, especially car keys, and after enough backlash, Gameloft actually listened and restored the original rewards. That's definitely a positive outcome, but it's also a reminder that future changes need to be communicated much better. We also saw some improvements to the JDM Turbofest Spotlight event, although I still think there's plenty of room for Gameloft to make it more friendly for free-to-play players. And then there are the performance issues that some players, including me, seem to be experiencing. So while this update isn't perfect, I genuinely think it's moving in the right direction. The next 2 seasons will be the real test. If Pixel Pursuit and Sunset Speedway can keep this level of excitement going, this could end up being one of the strongest updates we've had in a long time. I'll be covering every major event, every important announcement, and every big change as they arrive, so we've still got a lot to look forward to. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe, Legends. See you on the track.